have a couple happy little turtles today, and these are my alligator snapping turtles. This is Mr. Longtail and Polly. And quick demonstration how you want to pick them up to keep them calm and calm without causing them stress, and to keep your animal from becoming upset. And what you do, you can see what I just did in the water. I always tap their shell real gently, and you just kind of want to float them up over your open palm and have them in the palm of your hand. Lift them up real gently, and at the same time kind of hold them in your hand, like cup it together, fingers together, and always have their head facing your wrist like that. And they'll instinctively kind of tuck their head in, and you want to keep their feet as close to their body as possible. And ideally, little Polly doesn't curl her tail up like most turtles do when they're more, docile, calm. Her tail always sticks straight out. She's really cute. But normally they'll kind of wrap their tail around and close their eyes. And as long as you keep their feet tucked together and keep, most importantly for me, their beak resting on your palm right there, it real gently keeps them from opening their mouth. Now they clearly can open their mouth, but this kind of keeps them more docile and calm and protected. But see, if you just do like that, that'll naturally just real gently have a tiny bit of just pressure on there. It's really just a touch force, but that'll keep them calm and relaxed. Now on the contrary, here's what you do not want to do. This is your longtail here. I'll show you. Now, I don't like to do this very often, but make sure, unless it's an emergency or you need to do something quickly, when you pick them up to handle them, like you're going to actually handle them, not just get them out, you do not want to just grab them like that. Just kind of always float your hand like underneath their body, but do not pick them up face out, because they get really stressed. And you see how he's already in the position to open his mouth and bite out of fear. Not aggression, but fear. See how he's kind of hanging on to my hands with his feet. He's uncomfortable, and he's about ready to open his mouth here. You do not want to hold him like that. Never point the head away. Always point it towards you like this. Oh, you're being a demonstration. A little demonstration. Oh my goodness. And you want to keep them calm. And again, face them toward your body and tuck their little feet in. Like, don't force them at all, but kind of tuck their feet in, and they'll nestle their head like right in your palm. Always face your body, and if possible, you want to always keep them as close to your body like as possible. And that way they feel safe and secure. Like, you got to walk around with them. The most important thing you can do for them are your baby alligator snappers, and actually all the snappers that I've had, is never ever trap them. Like, don't hold them tight. If they're moving their feet and they want to walk, you let them walk on your hand. Like, obviously walk over your hand. Kind of like on a treadmill. Like, you always want to let them move. Like, don't ever hold their shell tight if they're flailing. You kind of just let them walk with both hands. Kind of like an example here. Just told Polly. Sometimes they like to be held up for air. Now this water is shallower. Alligator snappers prefer shallower water. This is really shallow. I have their primary tank, probably about 5 inches deep, where they can stand on their back haunches and reach the surface. But again, I'm going to tuck like a little ball, and you want their feet to kind of be underneath. Hold them towards you and face you. And the most important thing, they don't want to see any eyes, like your face. Don't hold them up to your face or kiss them or anything. If they don't see a target to bite at, they'll remain more calm, especially if they're tucked in your palm. Remember, palm towards you. And if you hold them away, they're instantly vulnerable. Like, they're really fearful. They look out there, they can see, I don't know, scary hawks that are out there, or whatever it is they're afraid of, which is everything when they're babies. Really scared. They don't like that unless you're purposely doing it just to feed them, or sometimes you move them, and sometimes they're a little squirmy, and that's just the way you gotta hold them. But ideally, the best way, and always keep your fingers together as much as you can, mainly just to not startle them, but it also helps you to obviously avoid a bite. Keep your fingers together, they don't have much to grab. Instead of an individual finger, they can grab a lot better. And I always try to do a little bit of work with them every day, a couple times a day. See how she's kind of getting used to my hand, and she's not scared, but she's getting a little agitated. And here's what I mean, like, see how she's walking back? I don't want to ever hold her shell, I always want to let her walk. And Mr. Long Tail. And every time you pick them up, always face them toward you, remember, and gently always put your finger or palm underneath their bottom jaw, just so they feel safe and secure. Because when they start feeling uncomfortable, that's when they're going to open their mouth and get agitated. Sometimes they just are agitated anyway, they're just different guys, just like people are different.